Now, you do understand when you're playing a team for homecoming, and the team that's coming in to visit you, they might be a team that has been beating up on everybody. And your team hasn't been doing much of anything this season, but you're looking to get that one win. Why? Because that one win will make your season. And in this instance, we saw two teams go at it. And I got to be honest, this game was tight in the beginning. I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat like, wait a minute, what in the world is going on? I mean, they changed up the quarterback out here on the team. I mean, we got somebody totally different back there running the plays for the Bethune Cookman Wildcats football team. The playbook look a little different. I'm like, things look a little more crisp than what you're normally used to seeing. And I'm like, whoa, okay, are they on to something here? And I had to sit back and pause for calls because I know there's a couple of people out there that got mad at me when I said this game could possibly be a trap game. And the reason why I use that word is because teams that aren't doing that great thus far in this season, they're trying to find a way to be the spoiler. Not only that, but you're trying to figure out, is your team going to live up to the height that they've been playing at thus far in the season, or they're going to fall down below in the depths and play along with the team that they're playing against in the game? Let's talk about it right after this. Favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, I'm about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap the end friend to tell them to come on in. There's no more positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us at all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get on in this thing because I know y'all are like, Coach, I told you, Coach, they was going to beat him to sleep. Pause. Now, there's a few out there that gave Coach some nasty comments. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm never going to sit here and beat down a program, team, coach, anything like that. I might have a couple of crazy remarks that I might pop off every now and then and again. But if I'm sitting here looking at the film of a game, and I'm watching the team fumble the ball, I'm watching the team throw interceptions, I'm watching players not catch passes, I'm watching running backs not running like they're supposed to. Hell, if I'm sitting here watching the freaking line ain't touching no damn body in the game, guess what? I got a problem with that. Because you know what? If you don't have those things in a game, then there's no way for you to move the ball down the field. You're just going to get a ball back to the other team. And if that team is able to do it against you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to run that thing down your throat. And you're going to watch that scoreboard go ding, 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 over and over again till you're looking at a 60 piece up there on that boy, you man is all outside. Because guess what? They came in there and punched you in your mouth and they blew up your trap, especially on homecoming. Now, I know daggone well, Bethune Cookman was not expecting to eat the messed up, the extra burnt piece of chicken at homecoming playing against Jack State in this game. Because when they came out crisp. They came out crisp. I'm talking about you got the quarterback. They changed quarterbacks. You got Sprague out there running the offense, which I've been waiting to see this young man play all season long. There's nothing wrong with Cam Ransom. I'm just saying Sprague is a much more clean quarterback to me as far as with being able to run the offense in the manner in which I expected to see this season. Now, with that being said, I have to be honest with you that Bethune Cookman looked nice on a couple of them drives out there. I mean, you're spreading the ball out. You're hitting the tight ends. You got the running back coming out the backfield. I'm talking about some cool. I mean, he hit that thing like he just shot out a freaking cannon right off that right side. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I was like, Bethune Cookman, they coming in this thing trying to get after ASAP real fast. Matter of fact, I think there's another thing that I was saying that you have to pay attention to your assignments, making sure you're coming up the field, being a defensive end, and you seal your side. But you know what? I ain't got to repeat. I don't have to repeat none of that. You know why? Because when they went into halftime 17-17, you know daggone well, just like I do, Coach daggone T.C. Taylor stepped not 1 foot, not 2 foot, not 3 foot, probably 4 foot, and probably a couple of daggone assistant coaches' foots with him in their ass in that daggone halftime, let them know, hey, listen, why in the world we in this game with these folks 17 all? Now, some of the Bethune Cookman folks said, hey, you know what, Coach? We coming out here, we're going to fight. We're gonna fight in this game, and guess what? They did exactly that. But you know what? Got to give props what props is due. I'm sure that speech at halftime changed up everything how it went because guess what? Jackson State came back out in this thing, I think what they were, 24, 27 points unanswered. Yeah, excuse me, 20 points unanswered in the second half, making sure that they push this game out of reach for Bethune Cookman to do anything. Matter of fact, if I'm the series, Jackson State got the ball the first series of the third quarter. They drove the ball down the field. I think they took almost 7.5 minutes off the clock. So they kept that Bethune Cookman offense on the sideline, letting them know, hey, listen, we can play keep away with y'all behinds if we need to as far as running our offense in the manner which we need to get this ball down the field. Yes, we got Irv Mulligan out in this thing rushing for 171 yards. I mean, this dude was like, man, honestly, truly, Irv should have been over 200 in this game. I hate the fact that the one got called back because of a penalty. Was it sideline infraction penalty? It got called back on him. But you know what? Irv Mulligan was out there doing the daggone thing. Matter of fact, Terrell got out there, did his thing. Terrell Jr. got out there and did his thing too. I'm like, look, man, that young man there, oh my God. I'm sitting here looking at like lightning in a bottle just hitting all over the daggone field. Like, man, who is this? And then you don't find out till after the play is over with that it was him that ran the daggone ball down the field, just giving folks the business. But like I stated before, Jackson State running back room is deep. They're going to be able to do things in that running back room that a lot of teams are not expecting. They got bruisers up in that bad boy that can get after it and hurt your feelings, thinking that you're ready to slow them down running that ball. It just ain't getting ready to happen. Shout out to Malik Huggins for Bethune Cookman. He was able to catch 11-yard touchdown pass from Luke Sprague to kick off scoring for the day for the Bethune Cookman Wildcats. Irv Mulligan hit him for a 39-yard touchdown rushing. Irv Mulligan hit him for a 39-yard rushing touchdown right back after daggone Bethune Cookman got on the board, letting them know, hey, listen, y'all ain't doing nothing. Hey, y'all can score a weekend too. If y'all want to go ahead and run this thing up, we're going to run it up. But one thing to keep in mind, Jackson State is averaging over 30 points a game. So they decided they want to go ahead and take Bethune Cookman out to the deep end of the water and see if they can swim. And guess what? Them Wildcats couldn't float. They couldn't swim. They couldn't even dog paddle. They began to go, yeah, it got real. It got a little spooky out there. Because like I said before, that second half, they came back out in that thing, and they said, yo, we changing all of this up. We're gonna put a little pressure on Sprague back there in the backfield. We're not gonna allow him to just sit back there and pick us apart. And guess what they did? They came back, they put that heat on him, and everybody started getting after it. You got True Thompson out there getting him a sack in the game. I mean, you got everybody playing, raising their level to play out there on the field in the manner which they needed to. And that's what I'm talking about when I say trap games. When you come into this game and you're relaxed, thinking like, oh, they're not gonna really be able to do nothing to us. And guess what? Them folks felt like they can come out there and give you that work. So here we go. They kicked back in. They got together. They did what they needed to do. McCoy came in the game, threw a 23-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Spencer. I mean, you know, they had this thing rolling all over the place. Gerardo Beza, he had 3 field goals in the game. You know, continue to keep pushing that lead ahead. Again, if you can't put 7 on the board, you might well put some points on that thing and not play around with this bad boy. Letting the team think that, hey, we stopped y'all. You're giving them momentum, and they feel like they're still in the game. I give Bethune Cookman credit. They went for it, I believe, on the 4th down and was able to successfully get the 4th down. So you got to give them their props on that as well. But again, like I said before, this game was a little tight for Coach in the beginning. I had to go ahead and woosah just a little bit. So I make sure everything was A-okay with my, you know, I just had to make sure I was okay. But, you know, in the end, Bethune Cookman, they just didn't have enough to get after Jackson State in this game. They came out in the first half looking to go ahead and make a statement. Jackson State, they was able to tie this thing up, and they got things rolling in the second half. So salute to Bethune Cookman on trying to put something together to try to slow down Jackson State just a little bit. But Jackson State was a little too much for them in this game. That rushing attack, I mean, for Jackson State, I mean, goodness gracious. This is gonna be something interesting to watch for the rest of the season, because again, you got Travis Terrell. He had 8 rushes for 86 yards, averaging 10.8 yards per carry. Murray Matthews, 7 rushes for 43 yards. I mean, everybody was getting off in this game, doing their thing, letting everybody know what was going on. Even Cameron McCoy, he rushed the ball 3 times for 34 yards. So, like I said, this thing was fire out there. I mean, they did what they needed to do to make some things happen. Jacoby Morgan threw the ball 18 times, completed 14 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Cameron McCoy, he threw the ball 7 times, complete 2 for 26 yards, 1 touchdown. And as I stated before, Fortillion, he caught the first one in the first quarter. I mean, that touchdown reception that he caught from Jacoby Morgan, where he got both of his toes down and drug him going out of bounds on the left-hand side on the left-hand side in the end zone. Oh my God, that was a thing of beauty. I got to give that young man his props for that. But again, this was another phenomenal game. Watching these two teams get out here and play. And like I stated before, they got out here, they got after it. The Jack State defense, they were able to sack Sprock 2 times. True Thompson was able to get one of them in the game. So got to give them their props as far as the defense coming out here and making some things happen in the second half, slowing down that Bethune Cookman offense that thought they were really going to stick around in this game and do some damage against the Tigers, hoping to knock them off and give them their first loss in conference play this season. Jack State gets the win. They're going to move on for homecoming. They play the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're going to see how that game turns out. We'll talk about that one in a day or so. Letting everybody know our thoughts as far as that game. But again, as I stated before, come out in these games, handle your business, kick back, relax, and after the fact, once everything is intact, you can go ahead and move on and do whatever else it is you want to do, having a good time, shoot the Willy Bobo and all that other good stuff. But I'm glad, Jack State was able to go ahead and get this W and move forward as far as their conference play. We're going to see in a couple of weeks when they got to line up against Alabama State, who beat Alabama A&M in the Magic City Classic. We're going to talk about that as well. But guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one in lead.